Sometimes it seems like we're really getting along great with someone, but that's only because I'm saying we. It could be because I'm repressing things that I don't like, consciously or unconsciously repressing things, not wanting to confront, not wanting to share how I feel, not challenging something because I'm an agreeable person and I'm an easygoing person. So if I never challenge you, if I never tell you how I feel or what's bothering me, it's going to seem like we get along great. And that's the kind of relationship I had with my Pilates instructor for 2.5 years. I actually had made I think it was like a 20-minute video on my YouTube channel singing her praises, how much she's done for me. And she has. She's helped me a lot. So it's very unfortunate that she cut me out. She got triggered and she cut me out because I finally spoke up about something that was bothering me and she couldn't handle it. She completely freaked out and canceled me, pretty much. And I know that's a limitation on her part. I know when I've done something wrong and I accept responsibility, I'm very good at apologizing. I'm very good at de-escalating things, but I'm also getting better at expressing my feelings and my boundaries, and not everyone can handle that. It's not that they're being mean or rude, they just don't have the capacity to handle it, and they get super annoyed or ice me out. So I want to just, I want to make this video as like something that bothered me, but also what we can learn from that is that, especially those of you who are dating, you guys have absolutely got to speak up about things that bother you to see if your partner can handle it, but also to test them. Because like I told you, I was 2.5 years with this instructor and I thought she cared about me and I cared about her. I've spent over $30,000 with her. I've been on time. I've sent her referrals. I kept telling her what I appreciate about her. I worked really hard. And I made one comment about something that frustrated me, and she completely iced me out and ended our business relationship. Okay? So I'm going to tell you just in generalities the communication strategies she used, but if I would have kept quiet like I usually do and tried to be okay with it. Do you ever do that in a relationship with someone? Like, I can handle this. I don't have to speak up. I can be okay with this. This person is my teacher. This person is my boss. This person is my spouse, or whatever the situation may be. And I don't want to cause waves, and I'll just be the compliant person. Okay? I need to close this blind. Hold on a second. So one of the cueing methods, so in Pilates, often what they'll do is they'll tell the person what to do rather than showing. Now, my trainer at the gym will show me, but she'll give me the verbal cues. And a lot of the times when I'm not doing it right, she'll say, why are you doing it like that? Because she's trying to get me to pay attention on my body and figure out why I'm doing it like that. But one of the things she also helps me with is my mindset. And a lot of my issues in Pilates have been trying to do it right rather than staying engaged in my body. So we've been working a lot about trusting my body, not thinking I have to do it right or that I have to get a full range of motion, because the form is better than how far you go. So we were doing, and also she just got married, the poor husband, I'm going to say, but she just got married and she was on a 3-week honeymoon. So while she was gone most of November, I was like kind of lost without it. But then I noticed my body was relaxing more because no one was constantly telling me how I was doing things wrong. And all my years of doing fitness classes and doing personal training, I've never had people so much tell me how I was doing things wrong, But anyway, I'd be like, this really bothers me, but how she's talking to me. But a few times I felt like crying, but I didn't say anything because I'm like, I'm trying to learn. I can deal with this. I'll just try harder. So yesterday we were doing the class virtual, and I think I had to do like a crunch. So I'm like down like this, I'm on my back and I'm doing a crunch and I'm going on this side, at a certain pace. You guys can't see me. So I'm like, like in a crunch. So I'm doing this, and then she's like, other side. So this side I'm a little weaker. So I'm going a little slower and I'm trying to get up a little more and I can't. Okay, so I come back down and I'm coming up and I can't. So I'm trying to go up, 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 up. So I don't know if you noticed, but I'm going a little bit slower. I didn't think anything of it because I'm like, yeah, I'm going to trust my body and I'm in my body and I'm going slow because my trainer has me go super slow. And she said, why are you going so slow? Or why are you going so slow? And I explained to her why I was going so slow. Because I'm trying to go up higher, because my other trainer has me go slow, because I want to get the full range of motion. I'm really using my abs. Like, I had all my reasons. But guess what? She said, but you went faster on the other side. So here's the thing. I realized later as I was like thinking through, she didn't want to know why I was going slow. She was making me wrong. And that's why when she said, why are you going so slow? And I told her, and she's like, but you should know you've been doing Pilates long enough. I got really frustrated and maybe a little bit mad. And I sat up. This is the first time I ever spoke out. I sat up and I said, I don't like when you ask me why are you doing it like that, because I'm doing the best that I can. I'm trying to go up as high as I can. My trainer has me go slow. I'm trying to use my abs. I haven't seen the exercise. I don't know how I'm supposed to do it. I didn't know how fast I was supposed to go. I didn't realize I did that side faster. And she just cut me off. And she said, you're being really combative right now. Okay, well, I was frustrated and I was speaking loudly, but I wasn't yelling at her or blaming her. I wasn't combative. So she gaslit me. Number two, she goes, you might just be feeling really triggered around the wording that I'm using. Now she's analyzing me. Then she tells me that you've been doing Pilates so long, you should kind of know by now. Shaming me and judging me. And then she silenced me. I had no room to say anything because she kept talking and talking. There was no space for me to say anything. I'm just quiet. I'm just listening. And then she goes, now just let's take some deep breaths. We only have 25 minutes left. Let's take some deep breaths so we can continue. Silencing me, distracting me. And then we went, and I'm like, okay, fine, because I'm good at switching gears. I'm like, okay, fine. So we finished the rest of the class and agreed to, see you Friday. That was going to be my last session. I forgot to tell you that last Monday, so a week and a half ago, Wednesday. So yesterday, a week ago, when she came back from her honeymoon, I told her that I wanted to stop doing the Pilates 3 times a week and just do it once or twice a week. And she told me that it has to be 3 times a week. That's how often Pilates is done to be most effective. And I told her I would have to think about whether I would continue with her or not, because I want to cut back on my spending. Plus, I've reached my goals. Plus, the 8 o'clock time slot is too late for me. And I told her I would get back to her. And that night I emailed her and told her that I decided that I wouldn't continue. And so I don't know if she was upset about that. But tomorrow, Friday, was supposed to be our last session. So we finished our session. We said, see you Friday. That was going to be our last session. And when we got off the Zoom call, I started to feel like all of it all hit me how she had gaslit me and analyzed me and silenced me and totally ignored my frustration. And I'm like, that's not okay. Because I'm working with my therapist on self-expression, on boundaries. I'm like, she really like totally silenced me. So I didn't want to call her because I didn't think she would let me finish, and I thought I might be too angry. So I sent an email that I could just read and reread and make sure that it was friendly. And I told her that I have the right to express myself. I was respectful. And I didn't like that today you said the following to me. And I put the 3 things in quotes that she had said. And I said, if you say these things to me again, I will end our session immediately. Because I was pissed, and I didn't want her to just know that I didn't like it. I wanted to let her know that this is unacceptable, and I won't take that kind of talk anymore. And an hour later, I get an email from her saying that she has canceled our final session and is sending me a PayPal refund of that money, that I had made a lot of progress in Pilates over the last 2.5 years, and that she wishes me well on my fitness journey. She canceled then I got a cancellation from Zoom, I got the PayPal money, and it was just done. No discussion of how I had felt, no apology, no accountability, just ignoring it, and just icing me out. And that's how she ended our relationship. And how I feel about it, first of all, I was very unsettled because I do not like discord with people. If the discord comes from my behalf, I apologize because I want to get along with people, but I'm not apologizing for this. I started thinking that maybe I'd done something wrong. That's my childhood stuff. If people are mad at me, it's my fault, right? So I had to overcome that and really think about why I was upset. But one thing is that I thought that she cared about me. I cared about her. I respect her still as a Pilates instructor. I thought she cared about me, and she doesn't care about me, or isn't able to, because she was willing to ice me out so easily. She didn't care about my feelings or my frustrations. She was like, well, if Sharzad has some feelings, get her the fuck away from me, kind of like that, you know. I feel disappointed that our 2.5-year beautiful relationship ended like this. I would have been happy to get a phone call with her and work something out, but she didn't even offer that. And I feel a little bit rejected. But mostly I feel blindsided and disappointed because I thought I knew her and that we had a working relationship. And one thing that I wanted to point out in this video was she had told me a couple times before that she doesn't deal with feelings. She doesn't talk about feelings. She doesn't discuss feelings. So I know that's her limitation, but still, the silencing tactics that she used, and what we can learn from this is, okay, where, to the extent that we're not expressing ourselves to other people, we don't know what they're made of and if they can really handle us. And I think a lot of people get into these dating situations, or at least some people, and they're not expressing themselves because they're so used to not speaking up, like I was. Oh, I can handle it. I don't have to say anything. I can be okay with this. Like I was in my marriage, completely blind to the fact that I was putting up with bullshit. And with some people, when I say, I'm not okay with this, I don't like this, they're going to give me a response I don't like. But I have to take that chance and know what they're made of, especially if they're going to be an intimate partner. Like with a trainer, it wouldn't matter that much, but with an intimate partner, it matters. And there are so many people who are either conflict avoidant or unaware of their feelings, and they don't even realize what they're repressing. It's easy to get along with someone that you've never challenged, that you've never triggered, and you don't even know how they're going to react. Because I was totally shocked, because she was always so nice, she was always so friendly. I was really shocked. And then also to have some self-awareness around like our behaviors and our reactions. And I think that people who struggle with reactivity, it's very, very important to get some therapy to feel safe in our bodies, to be comfortable hearing people's feedback without falling apart and having to ice them out. You know, if my way of responding to someone that I have a relationship with is to silence them by shaming them or bullying them, like she bullied me, or controlling them, or by icing them out, I don't want people like that in my life. I don't. So this was kind of an interesting learning experience, but I have a few friends that aren't tested. They're tested for, they're reliable, they keep their word, they're kind, but I have some friendships that are not tested in terms of how are you going to respond when you're triggered, and when you're pissed off at me, are you going to tell me, or are you going to hold it all in? Because I was married to a guy like that who held everything in, not just about me, but other things he didn't like, and then he walked around angry all the time. So a very, very important part of being in a healthy relationship is being aware of our feelings, expressing our feelings powerfully. And by that, I mean using I statements. I like, I don't like, I prefer, I feel. Not any of that you are, you should, shutting people down or icing people out. It's not good for relationships. And people need therapy to work through those things, in my opinion. So it took me a while to get from this is all my fault for causing this discord, because I got so unsettled, to I have to accept that that's how this person just is. I didn't end the relationship, she did. So anyway, I thought you guys might find this video interesting. And yeah, that's it. And thank you for watching my video.